Well, you should vote for Trump. You should vote for Trump. I will not stop all deportations if you commit a crime that's a felony. Okay? Well, I got it. I understand. That's all right. That's all right. Let him go. No, I got it. I got it. I understand. No matter what happens, somebody commits murder, they shouldn't be deported. No, let me ask you a question. Someone commits murder. Should they be deported?
You sound like Obama sounded to the immigrant committee in 2008.
Okay.
And immigrant families were deported. 3 million people were separated. Now,
I know, but... Okay.
In the promises that he made.
Look.
And we want to hear you apologize for those 3 million deportations, and we want to hear a commitment to stopping all deportations on day one through executive action.
There will be no family separations under my as President of the United States. That's let him go. Let him. That's a lie, you say? All deportation. Thank you. But it stopped. It stopped. It stopped. It did on our administration. It stopped. Okay. Do you really have a yes/no kind of question?
Good evening, I'm back. I'm your host, Jack Remington, of Jack Remington Political Analyst. Today's video is week 3 of the Joe Biden show. What did he do between February 4th and February 11th? Well, let's take a look. We can see here through the whitehouse.gov, he's got this executive order on rebuilding and enhancing programs to resettle refugees and planning for the impact of climate change on migration. Wow. So you can download this, look this up on yourself, type it in Google, get on the whitehouse.gov and look up and read it for yourself. But what it basically is, he opened up the borders of the United States. And now he's got this 8-year supposed template for the DACA people that were brought here through hook or crook. So the number that they're still using is 11 million illegal immigrants. And you know and I know that number is not correct. I got one source that says that there's close to 40 million illegal aliens in this country. I'll easily explain why really quick. These 11 million people that came over under the Obama years from 2009 to 2017, that 11 million people, they didn't have kids. The average Latino family is 6.2 kids. Okay, and how many families are in that 11 million people, the number they have from 2009? Okay, and that's being generous, okay? And there's also chain migration. They can bring their aunts, uncles, grandparents, okay? And the Democrat Party, Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, you name it, Amy Klobuchar, they've all said they would grant amnesty to these people. So when they go to these meetings here, right here where I'm at in Ventura County, in Santa Barbara County, and I watched this Salud Carvajal, the district that he won again in a landslide. They control the voting. Okay, Latinos, they vote Democrat. Why? They've promised them amnesty for their parents. When these anchor babies turn 18 years old, there's some female Latina, Latinx, whatever they call them. They get in the van, they rent vans for next to nothing, or for free. And your tax dollars is paying for these vans, by the way, and the gas. These people, they pick them up in the neighborhoods, they take them right up to the registrar, and they get them to vote. And how do they register the vote? Are you ready for this? I'm not sure about Santa Barbara County. I haven't got that far yet. But I know in my county here in Ventura, okay, in 2020, they registered over 100 anchor babies a day, over 100 a day. Some of the days the courts are closed, so we'll say 300 days a year, they registered that many people. Okay, 96% of them automatically registered Democrat. Okay, 3% didn't put any affiliation or independent, and less than 1% put Republican. Okay, what's that tell you? How are they going to vote? Okay, why would they vote for a Republican that's going to lock their asses up when they commit these crimes out here? Okay, you think you're going to vote for someone like me? I mean, I want to lock them up and throw away the key. I was in Singapore in 1995. And they have a great criminal justice system. The minimum sentence for any kind of assault, rape, murder, forget it. Okay, you either get the death penalty or you do life in prison, whatever. There's no habeas corpus. There's no parole in Singapore. Okay, I'll tell you that. They have a dictator. They've had him there for almost 40 years. But guess what? It's a well-run country. They have one jail for all those millions of people coming through the ports in that area of the country in Asia, going to Myanmar, where they just had the big insurrection, a real insurrection, by the way, with guns and the military. India, China, Pakistan. It's all in that area where Singapore is at, in Southeast Asia. Okay, and they have millions of people to go through every. You think the border here, El Centro or San Diego, packed every time? That's nothing compared to what Singapore has to go through their ports of entry. Okay, they have one court building, they have one jailhouse. Okay, and the 7th floor is supposed to be for the women. The 8th floor is for overflow. There's never been anybody there, and I got people in Singapore that I know through eBay. One of my ex-wives, she's Asian, she's Chinese. If you commit a crime over there, you pay the price. And when I happened to be there, by the way. That's when there was a Senator Kane from Ohio, and I think he was a Republican. I'm not really sure anymore, but I remember, and his name was Kane. His son went out and spray painted all the cars and hit a couple windows, broke a couple windows, spray painted some houses. Well, they put their entire force on that case to figure out who did it. I mean, that was just shocking. It's never happened. They say it never happened in Singapore ever before. Well, it was the senator's son. The question was, did he have diplomatic immunity? Well, Bill Clinton was in office in 1995, and I was over there. They were going to cane the guy with a special bamboo whip, okay? He was going to be sentenced to 8 lashings of the cane. They went through all the diplomatic areas, and they sent this Christopher guy over to the Department of State to talk to him. Well, you can't cane the guy. He's got diplomatic immunity, and the Prime Minister of Singapore said, the son of a bitch did the crime, he's going to do the time, he's going to get punished. So Bill Clinton strong-armed the guy, said, you know what, you need to cut the number of lashes down. So instead of getting 8 lashes, he got 4. He might have got 5. I don't know. They cut some of the lashes out, and he only got caned a few times. Okay, but I tell you what, he'll never do that ever again in Singapore, will he? Okay, that's what happens. And I was there when it happened, and I heard Malaysia is just as bad. Some countries don't tolerate the crap the United States tolerates, but there's big overlying reasons why we tolerate what we do. And that's a different video for a different day. I'm here to tell you that this thing about immigration's got to stop. Okay, that's what all this is leading to in this video. These clowns, they just can come here and they're going to do this. No, they're not. No. I didn't vote for that. They're not supposed to be here. What's wrong with helping Americans? Well, what do you mean helping white supremacists? And all of a sudden, you're a white supremacist and a bigot and a racist. I'm getting tired of that too. Democrat Party is just trying to destroy America any way they can. Okay, so why would they vote for someone like me that wants a Singapore law and order? Okay, because that's what I would do to these people. Okay, but here in Southern California, they walk up to a girl and grab her boobs, 4th degree, 3rd degree sexual assault. Oh, sanctuary state can't do anything to him. Can't do anything to him. Well, can't do it. And they let him go. If you really think that's okay, don't even watch my channel. Don't talk to me. I don't want to hear what you have to say. This is so wrong on its face. I'm done with you. Okay. So look, what else is Joe Biden doing in this week? Before I get completely unglued here. Memorandum on advancing the human rights of lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and intersex persons around the world. Wow. And I understand some of this 1.9 trillion stimulus they passed. They're sending 1.2 million over to Pakistan for gender studies and increasing your number of genders from 2 to 52 or something like that. I'm telling you, I'm beyond the pale with this. And finally, what else did he do? Did he do anything else that we need to talk about here? Memorandum on revitalizing America's foreign policy and national security workforce, institutions, and partnerships. So he's essentially telling the foreign people, the Germanys, the Finlands, the Swedens, the Icelands, all the, you don't have to pay for defense anymore. Donald Trump's gone, we're not going to do it anymore. He's got this strange lady, that's the press secretary, I know she's just doing her job, and I'm not here to bash people just to bash people. I'm on the other side. I'm here to say that she's making some outlandish statements and something to the effect of the damage from the previous administration. What damage? That man tried to fix the country. Okay, and that's damage. I'm over the pale with these people. Trump didn't talk like that. He said he's kind of hard to take sometimes, and he's in your face. But he told it like it was. So bring Donald Trump. I finally saw a bumper sticker. That said "Bring Trump back." So now I'm going to get one. So it hasn't even been 3 weeks, and people are already starting to see it. That this guy is not doing too well. I opened the video with that thing about the Greenville, South Carolina, about immigration. That was done for a reason. That's showing you what kind of people are trying to come to this country. Okay, now the people that my father, the Italians from the 1880s through Ellis Island and then through Pittsburgh when they got resettled, Allegheny County, Pennsylvania, they didn't act like that. They took whatever the American government was going to give them when they were happy for it. And like I said in my other video, there was no unemployment, no welfare, no food stamps, no EBT cards, no food banks, no Salvation Army shelters. There was no Head Start, there was no Back Start, there was no free college, there was no job fair, there was no nothing, there was no Craigslist, there was no nothing. Okay, you worked or you didn't eat. Okay, a true meritocracy, and that's what America was in the 1880s, 1890s. They call it the Gilded Age, or they call it the gay 90s. But you know, a lot of America, what you see today, is from that hard work when men were men in those days, and a man was expected to work. Okay, but today you can find some nice woman to sponge off of, or some old lady, you know, some lonely old lady, or you can find some program that's going to sponsor you for sex studies for dragonflies and live off of that for 5 years. That's good and fine. The government will give you money. I mean, this whole paradigm in this country has changed. We got to fight to save the country back. The veterans that have died for this country since 1776, we can't let them die for nothing. Always great day to be American. Stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.